Is ready as their guy jump between the Chicago Bears and the San Francisco 49ers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Yellow.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
On first down, Mahomes. He finds his target, Beckham. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Yellow.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes, incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Yellow.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
It shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Yellow.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's Mahomes to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Mahomes now on first down. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Mahomes now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. And this one complete to Smith. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Easy. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Go. You better bring it. Check 59.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Switch it. Look at me. Go.
On first down, Swift, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Yellow.
51 to Mike.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Check down to Breida. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
To throw again on second down, Mahomes. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our...
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Gary and Conley. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 38-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check. Lucky.
Leo.
Check.
They run the counter. Swift trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He'll return it from the 6. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mahomes firing complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Mahomes now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Get off.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Now it's Mahomes again. And he's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Mahomes to throw once more. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Second down and goal. Mahomes. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Extra point safely through, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And an alley to run. And all the way to the opposite 45. A huge play there for Chicago. 43 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now back to throw. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On second down now. Swift, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The catch made by Miller. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. Back to throw now on first down. That's complete to Smith. And fights through one man. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
In your face.
Smith trying to run for it. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
15, run. 15, run. 54. Cut. Hey, exit.
2nd and 4. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. From 4 yards out. And the Bears have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Mahomes now to throw. It's caught by OBJ. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
At the 48-yard line.
Let's go, D.
Yellow.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, he finds his target, Beckham. 27 yards there, a first down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Incomplete in the end zone. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And that is going to sail wide right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Chicago.
Set. 18 Gator. 53. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared. Look. Squeeze. Now.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So call off the pick six.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference.
And he loses the football a second time. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Quick dash. 61. Matchbox lights. 5.
2nd and 11. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And they'll get him down up past the 15. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Mahomes to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Mahomes now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10.
58's the money. 58's the money. I'm coming up to you.
Hey, 58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. Check that.
And again, it's Mahomes. And he's got his man on the out route. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 13 yards there and a Niner first. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Spike 51. Mike. Alpha. Coming to you. 51's Mike.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the left.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 29. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
36-yard line.
Check pass.
Mike's 57's Mike.
In the face. 57's Mike.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And he's taken down inside the 30. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. It's caught. Beckham. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Attack!
58, boys, 58. Zoom, fellas, let's go. Get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 58's to Mike.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Check down to Breida. Showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I'm here all day.
Hey, 43.
58, boys. Bravo!
Now here's Mahomes. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine. Smoke. You're all mine. And 58 is a Mike. Go 58's the Mike. Go.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. 10 Tusa.
53. Let's go. Jim. Rush in.
Rock it.
Let's go.
Get it.
53.
Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, let's go. Steve Griffin.
They'll set up a throw. Open man is Uzama. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
30 base.
Check 53.
Hey, lock it.
No.
Topper.
Check 43.
2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, high 7.
They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That's good for a 49ers.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conlon. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Swift. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Ready up.
53, check 53.
Let's make these babies 80 weapons. Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Switch. Check it backer, check it backer.
Yep.
Over. Roy.
5. On the ball. Ready?
They'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
58, right over there. Go. Mike, 58, right there.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
58, boys, 58. 58, Mike.
My turn.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Going left side, it's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Hey, you're on an island over there.
He's back to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
You play
Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
Push him back. Push him. Move. Right over there. Right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Right over there.
Come on!
Mike, 58, right there. Ricky.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases.
53 for Mike. 53 for Mike.
Come to work. Hey, dude. Come to my work.
Mike.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the 49ers, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.